Namaste. Very welcome, everyone. Very nice to see all of you here in this Zoom meeting, Zoom room, and also very welcome all of you who are joining via YouTube live stream. In the beginning, I have this inspiration to share some basics or something for everyone who are here, and also for those who are beginning their spiritual journey in some way, or who are beginning their spiritual work and with me also. No? And in one way or the other, I want to highlight right now is that what is the importance of clarity, and what is clarity in a way also. No? Generally, we are not caught up in something called energy, something called ego, something called certain state of energy or something. We are more caught up in some confusion, some kind of dividedness, like a indecisiveness inside, that I don't know whether I should move right now or I should just not move. Shall I listen right now in satsang, or shall I just sit in meditation, silence? No, even like this here also. In the in spiritual life, we are very much like this, in an indecisive state. We are not certain about what to do, and that is what is causing us to remain stuck in a way. And we are just continuously uh, choosing to do something tomorrow. That today I'll just let it be the way it is. And many days, weeks, and months and years pass like this because of this reason. So to highlight this and to remove it is one of the most important thing for every seeker. No? It's not about it's not about knowing what is the right thing to do. It's about not remaining caught up in the indecisiveness. No? Even if it is not clear to us that I don't know what is the right thing to do on the spiritual path, at least we can be clear about it and confidently clear. No, this is what I call true clarity, that we are really confident about this clarity, that yes, I'm certain that this is so and so. Like this I know and this I don't. This I'm clear and this I'm not. Like this. So that we don't remain stuck. We are not, we are soul. Everybody is soul. We are not stuck because of the state of energies. We are stuck because of the belief that because energies are like this and I cannot do anything right now. The same thing applies to spiritual progress for everybody who is going to start in the beginning. The same thing applies to awakening also, by the way. In the awakening also same thing happens, that we are believing that my energies are not in the perfect state for me to recognize who I am. And we will continue believing that for quite some time until it clicks to us that let me try to just recognize and live the truth of who I am without attending and supporting this belief. And then we will feel, oh, it was possible actually, and I wasted so many years just like this. So this is also clarity, clarity. So this clarity continues from a very beginning level to the more. So the soul is not really stuck in life or state of energies. State of energies are mm, directly connected and in sync with the existential flow and greater harmony. And immediately they will they will start responding in a way to life flow, and life flow will start making them grow, in the right direction. It is the misunderstanding in the soul. Soul means simply who we are. We don't need to really feel that I'm like a space, or I'm like a witness or anything like. No, this you who is listening right now to me is the soul, without any change in you or in your energies. This is soul. This you, the soul, somehow living in misunderstandings about spirituality. And then, as if because of your attachment to the misunderstanding, as if you are not letting your energies flow or letting your energy change. and you are not letting yourself wake up, almost. So this is what is resistance created out of ignorance or out of indecisiveness and confusion. You know, resistance is a very important thing to be understood in the direction of spiritual growth and awakening. But we think resistance is coming from energies and check with the energies, and then energy will say, no, there is something else which is giving us message that you should resist to the awakening, to the spiritual growth. And who is that? What is that? That is ourself only, our confusion. You know, so that's why it is so very important, especially for those who are beginning. All of you who feel you are beginning with me or beginning as such in the spiritual direction, to be more living with the certainty, with more stable understandings, not fickle, not divided, not confused. There is a possibility of confusion in the sense that you don't know something, but will you be confused that whether you know or not? No, you will be clear, no, about it. So confusion is not really something necessary in life. It is somehow mm, in which we the soul has found itself to be living for a long time, maybe. No? And then we just continue now. No, we can choose to transcend this state of confusion of the soul into clarity. Every one of us can choose any time we want, including right now. You know. So this is one basic thing I found: clarity or certainty of our knowledge, our decisions in the spiritual direction. Another thing I found is the state of energies. Our energies are very frozen for quite long time, and they are connected to that confusion that I was talking about just now. And they have become like a deadlock now. Energies are not letting the confusion be removed. Confusion is not letting the energies be flowing or melting. No. So first thing is to kind of remove that indecisiveness, that confusion from inside ourselves. Another thing is to clean our energies to make them melt and flow more by what I call Pravat Shuddhi. Just an understanding about how we can regularly, on daily basis, do something about our energies, which is not just that some special spiritual practices to be done for it. No, in normal, simple, um, you know, yoga practices, running, swimming, pranayam, or simple spiritual practices for catharsis, like removing the old, can be so useful because it's not about how much dust we are able to remove per day through Pravat Shuddhi. It is about how much we are willing to let it go. And the more dedicated we are in the Pravat Shuddhi, the more we are declaring to the existence that I'm willing to let it go now. No? And that is where the real job is done by the existential flow, not by our own effort so much. Our efforts are more merely our declarations, no, in the spiritual direction. And a guidance, happens like this. It's like it's a beautiful, example coming in my mind right now that spiritual sadhana is like climbing a mountain, like a vast, like huge, huge mountain, no? And somehow we are able to sense that as we become more conscious while, you know, mm, climbing this mountain, we are able to sense some help is coming. In between, something is able to help me in this sadhana. And we call it grace sometimes, we call it presence of Lord, we call it source helping us like this, no? And as we become more and more conscious, then we realize actually it is the mountain helping me because it is not dead, it is alive. The whole mountain is pure aliveness. It's a magical thing to even see this, that even the sadhana we are doing with the resources that we have, they all are pure aliveness. They all are pure life. Our body is pure life, mind is pure life, thoughts are pure life, effort is pure life, willpower is pure life, intention is pure life, intensity is pure life, everything is pure life. The more conscious we become, the more we see it, and the more help we get out of it. You see? But what I'm trying to emphasize right now is not this, but the fact that we have to begin somewhere. We should begin somewhere. And we should continue also. Like continue improving the clarity, like increasing the clarity, removing the confusion. Confusion simply means uncertainty about something. Come to certainty about some everything inside, no, in the understanding, in the direction of truth, in the direction of spiritual growth and awakening, and keep removing the heaviness or dullness of energies, keep making them more flexible and alive and flowing and healthy in a way in a yeah. So this is what I wanted to say in the beginning for every one of you who is beginning your journey in the spirituality, and or if you are beginning with me also here, no? It is going to create more room in a way, because you will need to understand so much more deeply what is truth, who we are, why it is said that I am not the body, and yet we all are living in the body so very well and acting through the body. All these things are very subtle truth. They require much more of ourselves to be present here and not aggressively doing something here. Present but relaxed. And to achieve that state where truth can be revealed or truth can be learnt by us, and certain things like this are a very good beginning. No? Like this. Thank you. Ekta, you want to talk?
Namaste, beloved.
Namaste.
Um, so when you were speaking on certainty, and we opened by the most favorite topic of clarity, so I feel somewhere the the clarity that and you speak about totality as well. The clarity that I am total in the search for truth. I have You have found me, and I have found you, and you are helping me walk with you, and that much is absolutely certain and clear. um, so I just want to bring that as a gratitude. um, and Rajiv, what I really felt when you were speaking was the limiting beliefs and the limiting thoughts, and when this torch of clarity was put onto it, it I feel it was just something that I had picked up on the way, which or something that I have heard or seen, and then limited myself that I cannot move beyond this little pond. And so your exercise of totality and breathing in the heart really helped me there. Uh, my There is something that which you again shared, is first be clear, and first be clear. And I remember listening that first seek the kingdom of God, and everything else shall follow. And I just wanted to bring that to you. So just thank you. And if you could speak more about it. Thank you, Lord.
How beautiful, no? What you're saying, so beautiful it is. No? Uh, to find the kingdom of the Lord is actually the way is to find ourselves in our own heart, to feel our own existence in our own being, no? To live our own self, no? Right here where we are, no? And this is that door to the kingdom of Lord, no? It is only a door, but from here we do enter, no? And then what happens when we enter in this kingdom, no? Then we remember who we are really, truly. We know that we are the soul. We are the we are the portion of that supreme soul, no? We are a manifestation of that supreme soul only in this form, no? We don't have separate existence or separate will. You see, both. Neither we have separate existence from the Supreme Soul, nor we have separate will from the Supreme Soul. No? And that is where we feel, sense, and tune ourselves to the Supreme more and more, within ourselves only. And we live under that flow, under that guidance. No? You see? And that is what is heaven. Living in heaven when living in the body also. You see? So the hell in one sense in this comparison is the, the job that we give to ourselves out of ignorance to make choices. No? And we also know we are going wrong continuously. Every choice, every choice brings regret inside us, right? If you are honest, you will know this. Every one of you, if you are honest, you will know that whatever you choose, you always feel a little bit falling short. Little bit falling short, you know. Like there is never completion. Like 100% completion is never there, you know. And I tell you, we can feel that completion. We do feel that completion when we come to this kingdom within our own heart. Because it's not about mm, choices. It is about how much the soul endorses or supports that choice. And our soul is not able to support any choice of the ego fully, ever. And thank God for that. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. But it's an indicator, not a way of life. We have taken this as a way of life, incompletion as way of life. You see, that is why we are called living as ego. Living as ego simply means living in the way of incompletion. No? However, we can live in the way of completion. This, what you're calling totality, basically is a method to remind ourselves every step, every day, everything that we do, to not live in that way of incompletion, no? Or not live in the way of ego. On the at the actions level, at the activity level, not at just the meditation level. You know, totality is like a reminder, like a vigilance that I will not be the ego when doing anything. No? Right? So it's very, very good. Thank you. And very, very beautiful thing you said, and I want to look at it also a little bit. That you said that once decided in the direction of truth, then limiting, trying to limit the let us we can try to limit the beliefs and uses of thoughts also. We can actually. For example, when we decide to take, let's say, some health activity, physical health activity we want to do, our beliefs about it and our thoughts still continue running, but we limit them in the sense that whatever my beliefs are saying, whatever my thoughts are saying, I'm still going to go for a morning walk or go to a gym or something else. No, you see, this is how we are limiting, not letting them affect our decision. No? And this is very much useful and necessary in the spiritual direction. Because in the spiritual direction, what we are trying to decide or what we have decided, we have chosen truth, is connected to everyone and everything inside us. Not everyone, but just a manner of saying that it's everything is affected by it, by this decision. So that's why everything is going to say something always. Hey, don't do this. Hey, do this. And how to limit that? How to limit that? By understanding first of all, and by more total, by more integrated, connected to the decision of choice of trust. So these two things I wanted. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
One thing very interesting about living in the ego is that if we are living happily, then nobody will really even listen that, hey, you are living in ego and you should wake up. And most probably nobody will say to you too that time. When life is trying to show us that you are living in ego, get out of it, be free from it, wake up from it, basically is that we are not happy now, no, in this state. No? And when we are not happy, is it not our responsibility to look deeply? What is my unhappiness? What is my problem that I'm trying to solve? Why I'm not enjoying, let's say, my food, my morning practices, my day, my work. Why I'm not enjoying anything? Why there is an underlying unhappiness continuously? Underlying unhappiness, not unhappiness because of one thing, unhappiness caused by something, not like that. There is an underlying unhappiness in the person. And the more clear you become about it, the more you are close to the solution. No? You know, and we should look deeply, really, in this direction. At some point, we are going to come to that realization that I am the problem. I don't have problem, and I am the answer also. I am the solution also. You see, not living the truth of I am, the I am becomes a problem. And now whatever it touches, whatever it does, that that problem, that sense of problem is manifested into everything, get mixed with every taste of life. And when living the truth of I am is not a problem. It is the source of joy and wisdom, and that guidance, from the Supreme, like this. Thank you, Ji. Very, very good. How nice. How nice. Uma, you want to talk?
Yes, thank you so much for this satsang. Uh, I want to explore Samagrita totality again freshly with you. So, can I share my understanding
Yes.
first? Or
Yes, yes. Do that.
what I understand by Samagra, being total, is uh, when I am doing any work, like any physical work, practical life, and then body is involved in it, and my mind also involved in it. That by through mind, I understand in which way I can do this work, and uh, uh, up to some level, feeling level also involved, because I feel, because many work we don't want to do, like I don't like this work but I have to do. But I feel that feeling that i, I don't like this, so I can feel this also. So like every level is involved in it. I'm in no like not any aspect of me saved here, like separate, not involved. So I understand like this, Samagrita. Is it a correct understanding?
It is very good, actually. It's very good. I will just like to highlight certain things here for everybody who may be understanding it first time, listening first time. No? Let us try to understand the purnata, purnata, completion or totality in a way of something like purnata, completion. No, like I'm just using different words so that one of the or the other can make you understand what I'm trying to say. Purnata or totality or completion is the way of the soul. The soul is always purna, always complete. The soul that we are, every one of us is a soul, is always complete, always purna. No? But the soul is believing that I am not complete. Soul is believing that I am not what I am. Like soul is vast in one sense, but soul is believing itself to be so limited as the body, as limited as the abilities of the body also, mind also, brain also. No? Samagrita is actually a method used to wake up the soul to the realization that soul is purna, complete, and so is the way of the soul. It is not limited and it is not incomplete ever. No? So the method of the ego is incomplete. Everything it does, it is always incomplete. And that incompletion does two things. One, that sense of incompletion, which becomes an engagement for the soul to continue trying to fix things which have not been fixed in the past, trying to kind of do the unfinished business. Another thing is that because of this method, it becomes like a vicious circle in which soul continuously not able to live its simple truth that I am, that I exist here right now. And this I am, this I exist here right now is complete truth always. It is always complete, purna. You know? So totality, samagrata is a method now here, a process to wake up the soul. No? From the belief that I am as limited as the body, or I am as fragmented as my mind, or I am as incomplete as the conclusions of my mind. No? Like this. So either the soul will have to slowly internally improve the method, the way of doing everything, which we are doing in life also slowly. But in the spiritual life, we are doing it much faster, and that's why it results in spiritual growth. That we are improving much faster now. No? Like that fragmentedness of the mind is much less, clutteredness of the mind is much less, and that's what is clarity. What I'm calling true clarity is less cluttered mind. So this is what is spiritual growth here. No? But still, it's going to take time. No? The way of samagrata is like a jet jet speed. No? It's like a bullet train. No? Where you don't really need to care so much about improving upon individual aspects of yourself. They will just start joining you. You become like a magnet. You will become like a magnet. Everything that you do, every action will become like a magnet, and it will start pulling you from everything. And as soon as you are pulled from what you were engaged with, whether a thought, a feeling, but essentially it is energy, that energy will also join you now. You know, because there is no ego which can hold anything separate from you without your will. You see, but unknowingly you can hold many energies and not join yourself in what you are doing right now. You see, so doing what you are doing, being where you are, is basically what is simply samagrata and totality, right? It's not a special type of sadhana, you know. It's not a special way of doing things. Egoic way is the special way of doing things. This is a simple, existential, and true way of doing things. Being where you are. Hey, I will be where I am, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I will enjoy what I'm enjoying, right? Oh yeah. This is a natural, existential way. Egoic way is a spatial way. A spatial way developed out of ignorance. No, no talking while eating some food, not focusing on the food and focusing on everything else. Yeah. Anything else? No, all the activities like never being where we are. The method. This is the method of ego. This is the way of ego. Exact opposite of samagrata. No, and being where you are, doing what you are doing is the totality. Is samagrata is the way of the soul. No, like never trying to leave anything incomplete. You know, but life is always going to be incomplete, right? So actions and their results cannot be a factor or a means to ensure the completion. Only one thing that can ensure is your presence. How much of you is present in what you are doing can only ensure that it is purna, complete or not. You see, it has an internal reward to it. Any action we do when we are fully present, fully means whole of ourself is present as far as we know. That as far as I know myself, whole of myself is present here. As far as I know, I'm not doing anything right now, anywhere, in any thought, any feeling, anything. I'm not attending in any past or in future. No? It has a reward to it. Then what happens is that somehow we are able to somehow sense that really nothing else can be done right now than what I have done. We relax and we become free from this task, this moment for the next moment for the next task. No? Like this. And that's a very powerful way of living life. Like you are getting maximum from life now, not entangled, not lagging behind, not dragging your past continuously or pushing yourself into the future continuously. No, no, enjoying where you are also. Because we are supposed to enjoy life also as it happens today. No? And it includes this way of Samagrata includes enjoying life while doing what is necessary. No? So this is what I wanted to add here. Thank you.
Mm. Thank you so much. And also, it frees me by the regrets, from the regrets. And this freedom from regrets also contribute to be joyful.
Oh yes, totally. Actually, the soul is totally free to be joyful any moment it want to be, including right now. And any one of you take my invitation, and if you just don't touch anything anywhere in the past, in your regrets, basically, particularly, you are immediately going to feel the joy of your own heart, the joy of your own being. No? It is mainly the regrets that life could have been better, that we are trying to fix it. But how we can fix what has happened already, no? And we don't realize this, that we cannot fix the past. We can only do better in the present. And this doing better in the present is what is totality, samagrata. No? Doing doing uh, everything in the present in such a way that it does not produce regrets. Regret is nothing but engagement. Engagement is not anywhere else except regret. No? And when there is no regret, let us breathe. Just breathe, nothing else. And you will feel, hey, it has certain joy to it. I never noticed that there is a joy in just breathing even. You know? And this is where we discover the joy of our own existence. Slowly it will become clear to us that actually this joy is coming from my own existence, my own self. Breathing is just merely a tool, existential tool being used to reveal, uncover, or bring it out, bring out this joy. No? Heart breathing is more pointed in a way, approach toward the same thing. No? The more you go in your heart through the heart breathing, the more you are living the joy of yourself, the truth of yourself. No, that's why in the heart breathing immediately you should start feeling joy. If not, then something is not okay. Then do something else. Like there are some practices to unburden yourself from that clutteredness or that stuffedness. Like we have sense of stuffedness, that we are stuffed by energy or something. No, just for the time being, do some exercise, something breathing out or something to make yourself a little lighter. So you will feel lighter, and as soon as you feel lighter, you will feel disengaged. You will become available to yourself. As soon as you become available to yourself, do the heart breathing, and immediately it will be effective. Immediately you will feel the joy. When the breath is going in, come in your heart with every incoming breath. No? Your heart is nothing but your own sense of being, this place in this body we are using as a reference. No? You are just being absorbed in your sense of being, in your purity of being through this heart breathing. You are just being absorbed more and more. You are allowing yourself to be absorbed, to be detached, and to be disconnected from mind and thoughts and sense of person and everything. No? With every breath coming in, come in the heart. But when the breath goes out, let it go empty. You don't go out with it. And this empty breath is going to take away the garbage also. And you will just rest in your being, rest, staying in your heart and rejoicing, feeling the joy. Even if you can do for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and feel this joy, it's going to be so much like a booster for the whole day. You will feel more like dancing while walking, dancing while doing every work. No, you will not be like dull and dead or struggling and confused and cluttered. No, this is the beautiful thing about you, the soul. Your nature is truth, your taste is joy, your awareness is naturally present in you. You do not need to figure out life. As the person, you cannot figure out life. If you have figured out as a person that heart breathing is good for me or coming to myself is good for me, you have done very well already as a person. Every breath coming in, come in your heart, in yourself, in your being, in your soul. No? So that you and your soul, you and your being, you and your presence can become one in the moment, in this time. No? So that that consciousness, that alertness, that attention, which is tasting the body and everything else, the disharmony of the body mind, can start tasting the harmony of the soul now. No? So let your attention continue tasting the harmony of your heart, of yourself. With every breath coming in, let your attention come back to your heart. Let yourself come back to your heart and just drop yourself here. Don't go out when the breath is going out. Become internal more. Remain internal. Mind is external to you now. Here, you are very present. You are very conscious, not asleep, just not going out of yourself. This is what it means to be present. This is what it means to start living as yourself, eh, as staying as yourself. No, this is the beginning of staying as yourself. It's a joyful thing, not a stressful thing. No, our mind is working, senses are working, consciousness is working. You are aware that you are here in the body mind, right? And yet you are joyful because you are not going in the mind. No? Mind is your office, heart is your home. Remain in the home for some time. You have been out of the home for a long time, from one office to another, from one task to another, but in the office all the time. Heart breathing brings us back to home for some time. No? Catch a break, take some rest, have a cup of tea, and then you can go back to office again. So thank you, Uma. It's very good, no? From here, every time you will come out into the office, your way will be more way of totality, way of samagrata. You would not like to leave things pending. This is the way of ego, leaving things pending. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it a little less today. You know, half-heartedly. That's the way of ego. You will not do things like that. You will say, if I have to pay attention to something, I will totally pay attention to it right now. Why to break it into 2 or 3 installments? No. Our mind is continuously doing like this. If you have, any one of you have noticed, that we try to look at it very lightweight first. Only when there is an emergency, then we give full attention to something. No. Otherwise, we don't. We're like, yeah, okay. Like we have adopted a very way of not being present continuously. Now you will find it opposite of it. When you are doing something, you will do something present, while present totally here. When not doing anything, you will just attend yourself, your own joy. Like you will be at home without traveling. Just not doing anything equal to home. Doing something is office. But as yourself now. No, you see. like this. So this heart breathing is so fundamental. It can help in this way. Thank you.
Hello, Rajee.
Hello, dear.
Rajee, I have a question from YouTube from Driti. She wrote,
Yeah.
Namaste.
From
Driti.
Dhriti.
Ha. She wrote, Namaste. I feel how I'm living right now, perceiving actions and reactions of people and myself both, is having its seeds in the past. I am more cautious in my actions and reactions, which is not pleasant. Please please make it more clear to me and guide me to be a better form of myself after whatever life experiences I have till now. Thank you.
How? Dhriti, we need to understand two things here. One thing is the being that we are, the soul that we are. Another thing is the role that we are playing as individual self in relation to all other individual self, who are also souls playing that role. No? So, Dhrati is the role that you, the soul, is playing actually. Not that what activities you do are the roles. No? And the way to get the maximum from life in terms of playing the role well that you are playing and living the truth of who you are, not forgetting and not getting caught up in life. That way is what is totality, samagrata, or being present where you are. Like this being present basically is somehow that the major portion of our own consciousness start kind of dropping beyond the mind body structure, beyond that role that we are playing, the dharati in this case, no? Into our own being, into our own soul, and which causes us to sense and feel our own existence beyond the body mind, which also enables us to be more centered when playing the role, which also enables us to not get too much caught up in the stories of our own individual role that we are playing and other people's role also, and our story of our relations also with everything, with everyone also. So it keeps things very clean and simple. This is the best way to live life, no? To get maximum from this individual role life that we are playing here, no? As long as we are playing it. And it is not just about playing the role. This human life is an opportunity to discover the truth of who we are, to discover that bliss that is living in the seed form in our own heart, in our own soul. The individual basically is a play for the soul. Play means a beautiful game, divine game, no? For the soul. Soul is not really going to get much out of it, except that it can wake up, except that it can discover that who I or what I am. So the the activities of life are not really primary. They may look like primary to the soul who is identified with the individual, in this case Dhriti. Like when you, the soul, will take yourself as Dhriti only, that time the activities of life will become too much more important, or in a way engaged, and like we are involved with them too much, I mean, in a bad sense, not in a good sense, imbalanced, in an imbalanced way. To keep the balance in life, this is the way to remain present where you are and adopt the way of totality. This is the way to get the maximum, you know. So this is my answer to you, Dhrati. I hope that it will help you in some way. And I don't mean that the way of totality samagrata is like a one shot, like a shot or something you take, and then from there then on everything is perfect. No, it's like a way you adopt slowly. Right now we are living in the way of ego. What is the fundamental of the way of ego is dividedness, incompletion, leaving things incomplete continuously. This is the way. What you said that um, when I'm perceiving, looking at people, uh, observing myself and people and their actions and my action, it has a seed in the past. Yes, it does. But whose past and where is that past? You will be surprised that it's such a shock actually. Do we need past in this way? Memory we need. Training we need from the past. But do we need past in this way? We don't actually. The person needs past because person does not really live. It just thinks. It just imagines. It just lives in the story in the mind, in the imaginations. The soul, when living in this manner, it requires the past more than ever, more than anything else. It does not require present. I don't want present. The person does not want present really. It just has to face the present every day. Very uncomfortable. The person is very uncomfortable with the present continuously. It doesn't want to, but it has to face the present all the day, all the time, every day, and whole day. So please be aware of it also. Whose past it is. This is not the past of the soul. Soul has no past. This is not the past of the individual also, because there is no individual. There is no individual self. There is only individual role that the soul is playing. Soul, in this case, Dhrati, is the actor. Dhrati is the role that this actor is playing. If this actor will forget itself, if you, the actor, will forget yourself, you will get caught up in the role called Dhrati, and you will take yourself as Dhrati, and that's where everything will, start going wrong. Because now you will not do what you are supposed to do right now. Something has to be done right now, not in yesterday's, not in tomorrow's, not in trying to resolve yesterday's and tomorrow's. All of that is okay. As a person, we can and we will continue doing that. But as a soul, we don't need to do things in the yesterday's and tomorrow's. We need to do something today and right now. Which we can do only when we remember ourselves, the actor. Sit in meditation sometime. Don't do anything. Then you will start discovering the actor that you are, who is beyond all the actions, all the observations of yours and other people's actions, all the sense of past also. Then do things totally also when you do anything. Then you will again start discovering the same self, same actor that you are while doing the acting also. Samagrata is the way to discover the actor while doing the acting, while within the act, from within the act also. You see, like not forgetting that I'm the actor while doing the acting. No? This is the way. Thank you. It's good. Anna, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste ji.
I just wanted to say it is so easy lately to connect to you and to live the satsang with you. Mainly, I guess, thanks to the events that happened recently with our doggy, where a lot of gifts came together with her leaving us, and it is like I'm so enjoying this resting that it's even hard to go to the office to ask a question, like to hold a question. But there was something, because I think if I don't ask now, then it might come back, and it's still not clear. It's still cooking, the question. But if you can say a little bit more about living from this space, but having like whatever is surrounding us, we was reached through the role. Yeah, so like if like now I know I'm an actor, but in this scene that is that's surrounding, there is the role that I'm playing, and although I can remember the actor and live the actor, or enjoy resting as an actor only, there is still boundaries, like healthy boundaries that have to be kept with whatever is surrounding me in the and I know it's something to do with this anti-fragility that you sometimes talk about, anti-fragile. Still, it is not 100% clear, because even just like you say, like just asking a question is going to the office. Everything feels like there has to be an effort put in everything except like in just this breathing and and just resting. Maybe you can say something about it. Thank you.
It's a very beautiful topic, no? First of all, I would like to start with the last thing that you said, that we need effort to do everything except just resting in the being and breathing, no? Like this. If you have attachment to resting and breathing, then yes, you need effort to do everything. If you have no attachment to even resting and breathing, then you don't need even effort for doing anything also. It comes like a breeze, like a flow, like a river, coming from the will of the source, reaching to your heart and turning into an inspiration to do something, and just it results in a very natural, simple, peaceful response from you for everything that is happening. No? Nothing is personal now. It is just like a like something from inside, like kicking, like something is kicking from inside, and for that response, for that life situation, and you're just responding like this. You're just letting it, like this. So this is what I wanted to first of all say, and then we come to the actual view of what you where you were trying to bring me, and which is a very beautiful thing, really. I it is very true that when we are living in the we are resting in our being, then still there is a practicality and there are healthy boundaries of the individuals to be followed, to be like this. And as far as individual and its boundaries, its actions and its responses are concerned, from this restful place of our being, we can very well maintain that and attend and do everything very nicely. But there is one more thing that causes struggle, and that thing is the egoic energy. That egoic energy is present inside us still, even when we are living in our being, we are resting in our being. That energy is still there inside us, inside in the energies of body mind. In the different coast, body mind, basically, it is still there. As soon as we start responding from inside the peaceful place, truthful place of being, these energies get activated. When these energies get activated, they connect to the personal egoic energies of other people also, the pool. Now we have a personal point of view. It was supposed to be individual in the sense that so that we could recognize the boundaries of others and ours, and we could recognize our responsibility and their responsibility, like what I am supposed to do, what you are supposed to do in the day, in the office, in the house, or on the street, or anywhere else. No, there's one more thing here. That more thing is that we somehow are not able to taste the emptiness, nothingness, formlessness of our own being. We as if become a form here. You know, this is where things go wrong, actually. So just let me give you an example. Let's say we are in a marketplace. There are so many people there, and there are so many people thinking in different ways. They are thinking about the shops that you are also looking and thinking about. They are thinking about you also. So right now, when you are thinking about them, thinking about you, are they thinking about you, or you thinking about them, thinking about you? You see, this is the clue here. You can unlock it, make it simple. Don't get into this. I think, Anna, you are thinking about me, that I'm thinking that you are not doing so well today. No, we have made this too complicated already. You see? No, don't have many versions, many views. This many view is the personal way. Have a unified view, one view from you, not from others, from you. About everybody, about everything, including about people being persons, souls being persons. No. And this is possible only if somehow you remain very rooted in yourself, the soul, and clean up these energies, like remove the egoic imprints from these energies. Otherwise, it will just get activated again into man. Like you will have many minds, basically. That's what it means. You should have only one mind, not many minds. You, soul, don't have any mind. Your nature is beyond mind. But when you are active, playing the role, you should have only single, one mind, unified mind, harmonious mind. No? Like a complete mind, you can say in a way, not incomplete. If it is incomplete, it is going to multiply in completion when meeting others, because others are more incomplete also. Like this. And if your starting point is complete, even if you don't complete them, they will not be able to make you incomplete. No? You see. So do things in your original way, but do what is necessary in that particular life situation. You see, but in your way, not in their way. I found we are continuously creating a circle with other person when we are doing anything. No, this is not the right way. Then we have got out of ourselves. No, we need to create a circle from ourself, our presence, into the mind, body, action, the person, the other person, other individual, and then back to yourself. And it is not about practicing so much, it's just about remembering. If you can keep your breath alive in you, like, keep little focus on your breath while doing everything, talking to everybody, you will not be able to go out of yourself so much into that personal story. This collective person is a collective energy. It's not really somebody doing something. In the collective energy of person, we become persons. We become many self. We become many self. So this is personal collective energy where we become many self. And beyond that, there is a collective energy or a collective consciousness in which we remain individuals, not persons, not selves. Self remains one here. And the self very nicely living as an individual like me and then an individual like you, and somehow it doesn't fight with itself, with each other. It doesn't feel hatred, it doesn't feel unhappiness, it just feels peace, joy, love, you know, kind of a oneness, you know like this. So don't enter into the collective personal energy. That's what I'm saying. Remain in yourself only. And it's going to be a challenge because your own personal energy inside you will try to pull you there, will try to take you there. Let that energy go there. You just remain here. And then this energy will be released. Everybody in the personal life, as a person, they need something that you have, which you don't need anymore. No? The personal energy. No? So they will take it from you in a way, and they will be happy and thankful to you. And you will be thankful to them. Thank you that you unburdened me, that you made me empty. Like this, every interaction in the personal life will become a very spiritually fruitful activity also for you, experience also for you. I would like to say like this. Because this is what happens in spiritual context. You must have noticed that you are very, hmm, in one sense, we can say very, sincere seeker also, and you have been on the path for some time now. So you know that how quickly in the spiritual discussions, especially when teacher is not there, we become personal. Then we have to remind ourselves, no, 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 let's not be personal, let's not be personal, let's remain more rooted. Especially in the sanghas and when teacher is not there, we very quickly become personal. And who wanted to be personal? Nobody wanted to be personal at that time, and still we become personal. You see, like this. There is a natural pull towards this energetic way of person that as soon as one says, the other immediately starts responding in that way. Like this.
The like there is no energy in the moment because of all the events and so much work and so on. So I'm really happy for that, like what you were saying to Ekta in the beginning of the meeting. I'm so happy about it because somehow when there is energy, then there is more energy to also give to ego or to these to fall for that. And when not, then this resting is so much easier. And another thing that I notice is there is why I would fall for a game playing in ego is the fear of letting the learned or the conditioned ways, because this is how it's been learned, this is how I've been doing it for so many years, and then when it comes up, it is kind of like fear of trying it in a different way this time. It's more like the path that we walked like 100 million times. It's just a safe way, but actually it's the worst way, because it's it costs us so much of joy and peace and so on. Yeah.
Yep.
I will definitely continue and try. And I'm glad that you spoke about Sangha and like the spiritual ego, because what I'm also noticing is it's kind of like I'm not allowing my inner guru, like what you say, like my guru, I'm not allowing my inner knowledge, my inner intuition and so on to come up more because of this fear of, yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. And that's where I was trying to highlight today in this hearing also. And let me say again that let me give you this simple example again, very repetitive, but learn to have a cup of tea, okay? But as yourself, and you will start learning to do everything as yourself, you know, because you have had this cup of tea for so long, tea, coffee, or anything for so many time, and that time you were a person, but this time don't be a person, just be yourself. What you are doing is that you are learning to be yourself, to remain in your way, like which is a new thing when we are in the body, particularly right, when we are active, doing something. That how to not be overactive, how to not be overexcited, and how to not be too unexcited, too relaxed. Somewhere in the middle, not too much out of yourself, but not so much in yourself that you cannot feel the chai. Like do justice to it. Like respond to it with love. Attend it as much as it wanted. Like this. Then what will happen is that your own egoic tendencies playing in this act will be highlighted. And you will be able to filter them out in a way like, no, I don't want to attend them. Like it's a pure existential experience, includes the body, mind, and everything, but not the egoic energies or tendencies. And the same thing will happen now with everything else. And it will be just highlighted, and you will be thankful to everybody else one day that because of they being a person, my personal energy got highlighted because it got triggered, activated, or in some way, highlighted. Otherwise, I would not know it for a long time. And one day, suddenly, it will pop up, and I will feel, oh my God, what happened? I thought I'm free completely and forever. So, root yourself more in the truth of who you are. It develops a strength in our soul, and that strength encourages us and gives us confidence to meet the activities of body mind as who we are. No? Like the simply understand the ordinariness of things. This is the most sacred word for a being who is waking up. Ordinariness of things, the sacred ordinariness of life. Here everything is, but ego is not there. Power is here. Power means strength is here, passion is here, everything is here. Just that ego is not here. Because what is ordinary in this basically is that the one who is doing everything is not trying to maintain its self form or image. It is returning to its shapelessness and formlessness again and again. You know, totally into what you're doing and totally out of it. Like this. It is going to be effort slowly, like a adjustment. Because you cannot be certain even when you are resting in your being that this is not a trap. How to test? Do something from here. This is what Guruji I feel mean that don't put your tents down so early, because once your body becomes cold, then even walking one step after this tiredness will be so difficult. Don't put your your tents down. Don't start pitching your tents yet, because we have some distance to cover still. Thank you. I think it's very good. Thank you. But it is totally fine to take breaks. No, a long time back we went to trekking, and there we before going to that trekking, because this was first time long trek and like this and continuously for a few days in the mountain, that we were taught and we learned in some way that okay, we don't stop for like half an hour or something in between. Like after every 1 kilometer, we stop for 1 minute, just standing. After 2 kilometer, for 2 minutes, just standing, and something like this. And then for 5 minutes only sitting, not like half an hour sitting or something. And this worked so well actually for us. Like it gave us all the rest that we needed, but not over resting, not too much. Like we generally reached faster than those who were supported by the expert professional guides and like groups. So this is something I wanted to communicate, that appropriateness of resting and doing is also very important for a seeker. Not too much resting and not too much doing also. Otherwise, you will burn your energy before time. You just care about it and everything is all right. And it makes sense to be thankful to this departing friend, that you know how much space that friend has created in you. It totally makes sense. And I feel that you must have already prayed, gave your best, must have given your best to that friend, no? Because after all, that is a soul too, no? Same like us, same like us. In the eyes of Lord, there is no difference, you know. So I'm very, very happy that you are able to feel this way. You felt that pain, that is very good. Thank you. I feel in our um, hmm, in relation to our practical life actions and activities, we can learn to slow down whenever possible, wherever possible, because there are occasions where we can actually slow down. We don't need to adopt the speed that is in the group or in that life situation. We can dictate our own speed, oftentimes, and we can find very creative excuses for that. Just a moment. I need to like, and you are catching a break from that sense of doing things as a person and coming back to the sense of being. And also we can use our home or our comfortable environment of house and like this surroundings as a lab to do these tests in a small amount, no? Things like this. Please understand, especially maybe I can say to you, Anna, that it is not difficult to remove the ego from the soul, from the energies. It is as if there is something in us which is stopping us from letting it go. Take the way of the being, adopt the way of the being. It is already going to be a declaration. It's like a message going, subtle and silent message going to every course and everything, that I'm done with this old way now. It's much less important that how much strong the ego ego is in the world when we are doing worldly activity. It's much more important that how much we want to be free from it or not. And generally we are not clear about it. I think every one of us have some habit or something that we do in our life, practical life, which is maybe not so um, traditional, not so much in the fashion, but still we are able to stick to our decision. No, I'm going to do it in this way only. No, how you are able to do it? In the same way you can do everything else. It's just really about accepting yourself who you are. As soon as you accept who you are, you will become so creative, you know, in adjusting everything as per the need of life. Like you are not against life, you just don't want to be a person now. Person simply means those actors who have forgotten that they are playing the role. You don't want to be one of those actors now. Simple thing or not? No, no, no. Let us kind of, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is how we live. No, you will know. No, once I remember I am the actor, I cannot, and I don't want to forget also. And you will stay away sufficiently from those who are in this forgetful state. No? Not running away from it, just keeping distance. No? All of this is so simply possible. Just making a decision is what is the difficult part of it. So think about it. Because this could be one of the fundamental questions for a person, that when I will wake up from being a person, what will happen to rest of the persons in this world? No? It is a question that comes in our mind actually when we start waking up, or we try to come to that decision. What will happen to them? No, there are no them. There are no them. This is one life, one soul. This is one mountain alive, appearing as mountain and streams and you know, waterfalls and trees and path and animals and everything. It is one alive being. It's just about choosing the version in which you want to live. Person is one version, most common and most infamous, in fashion, and also mostly we are suffering in it, unhappy. Soul is another version of it, a place of being from where the same truth is lived, but in a more alive manner. Like you feel that sense of aliveness of life and connect your connectedness to it also. That sense of guidance also from it, no? But very internal. We think that we have to learn to do the right actions. No, we just have to stop doing the wrong actions. We don't have to learn to do the right actions. Right action is ready to be taken to take place through us. We are just not letting it happen. You see, in the same way, the light of truth is ready to come out of ourselves. We are just not letting it come out. We have to do something to not letting it come out. Part. Not that we have to dig deep and do something in our heart. You see, we are just trying to cover it up continuously. In some way, we are doing it. We have to find out. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's good. Deepa, you can talk.
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Same in the context of what you were speaking to Anna. So I feel already with the flow, and I feel that, let the flow or let the energy play very well on its own and don't touch it at all. Even if things are highlighted, let the just flow go on, or let the play go on. And what I have found is that even if I get entangled, my questions have changed now. Like how and why I got entangled rather than why it is happening to me. And as soon as I question, the energies show me. And then, the confusion is removed. Yes, it doesn't get removed all the way in the one go. Slowly and gradually, it starts getting removed. Can you say more about it?
Oh, it's a fundamental way that you have adopted, no? Like if we can look at it like this, that how to do something generally is most important for the person, but actually it's not. What to do is more important than how to do it, no? And even what to do is not so important. Why to do anything, And this is that direction which you have adopted, like you know, trying to blame ourselves or trying to blame others whenever any trouble happens, any like whenever crisis in the system, like a sense of suffering, we either natural response is to either blame ourselves or blame somebody. Now you are saying no. I'm just more looking for how I got caught up in it, and how to be free. How I got caught up means how to be free from it, basically. Like you are more interested in being free from it rather than finding the one who caused it. This is a more way of the soul, more fundamental approach towards it. Like let me fix the thing first fundamentally, then we can talk about it. What happened and who did it. The way of the person is more based in the mind that let me just define things better first, rather than solving the problem. Because what is the problem? The problem is not what happened. Problem is you are caught up in it. Basically, whenever there is a harmony flowing through you, things, energies are flowing in harmony, you will not be caught up. You will notice it, no? Whenever anything disharmonious happens, you get caught up, you know. And then you will find the root of that, what caused the disharmony. Not that turning it into a personal story and personal event and personal things that, okay, this is what happened and I said this and you said this. Just basically disharmony happened. Like brokenness happened in the oneness, in the wholeness, no? And just caring what is the seed, from where that seed of what is the seed of that which caused this. You are looking at it like this, no? I feel it's very good. I felt very happy when I heard you, no? It's very good. Because it's not really what we are looking at. It's about from where we are looking. It's not about how difficult is the problem. It is about how much we are interested in solving it. When we are very interested in solving it, the problem is not big or small, difficult or easy anymore. It just is, it is irrelevant whether it is difficult or easy, no? You see? And this is what I sense in you and very nice about, very happy about it. Because you are able to sense that regardless of who is doing what in me, I am suffering. And this is only possible when you have started tasting the freedom of your being and that harmoniousness of your being. No? That, hey, I have an option to be joyful. Then why should I get into these kind of stories of you did this, I did this, what to do? This is mind and this is ego and this is person and this is not person. It can be so simple. No? When we sit in the meditation, I share this meditation just sitting. No? We come back to the original harmony of the soul without being active that time. The harmony is there as presence, but not actively doing anything, not manifesting, not coming out, not flowing out, basically. And this is how our energies are also kind of getting soaked into that harmony at that time, being exposed to that harmonious light of truth also. You know, meditation, like just sitting also and just seeing also. Just seeing basically is this harmonious seer is looking at everything. It does not find disharmony per se. or not like a problem. It doesn't find a problem. Hey, there's a problem and there's a person involved in it and let's fix it by talking to that person. And no, it's just looking in a unified, harmonious way at everything, just to seeing. Things start coming back to harmony. See? Because it is the same seer when not looking in the harmonious way at the energies of its individual aspect is the one who is causing disharmony. So either you cause disharmony or you just see and let the harmony come back, no? Which is what you said also, I think. No? But of course, there are many misunderstandings possible in this that I let things happen. That's why I'm not standardizing something or generalizing it. It's a specific talk in this context, no? And has to be understood in this context only. No? So it's good. No? Thank you.
It's about, like, earlier I used to get entangled in the energy play. Why it is happening to me, why this person is doing this, why this, all the stories, cooking stories in my head. Now I'm like, okay, yes, mirroring is happening. There is a reason why is happening. Yes, things are happening around it, but there's a reason why I'm deployed in a certain situation. And I have to just focus on what it is trying to teach me, or what it is trying to highlight in a certain situation, rather than getting entangled in the energy play, because energy play will happen. That's the reason why the whole universe is created, so that the energy flow can happen, right? So, and you were so right in saying that creativity increases because your mind is free. So new things are born from inside.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That is the joy also. Like why we are not happy in our life because we are not producing, we are not creating. We are supposed to create, contribute to life. No? Not creative like really creative like a painting, but creative means anything that we do from our original way. No? That is creativity. No? So the discontentment of the person is multifold actually, and the contentment of the soul is also multifold actually. You see, like let us find many, 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 many regions to be joyful, and then little bit one or two region to be unhappy is okay. No, like this. And or if at all we want to be unhappy, let's be unhappy about big things, not small things. No? And because what I mean by big things is that even to be unhappy about big things will cause us to grow higher. And to remain engaged with the small things, even if we feel that we are progressing, we actually are not, mostly. So this is a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very good. God bless you. Zoe, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for the session. I feel it's very much like the mirror and the lights here.
Thank you for being present and noticing. No?
Every time when you talk about the joy, I feel it's very much excited because I feel now living the joy where when I am aware of it, it's so much in harmony. And now whatever what's happened, that is already with the joy here. And then now I feel that this is where I live more in the pure being also. I feel it's just so nice here.
It is actually. It is. Actually, this is the thing that all the great things in life we cannot show off so much to others. And one of the reason to not for a person to not succeed in the spirituality is this, that the success, spiritual success, cannot be displayed so easily, not so easily really, or we don't want to even. Just all internal. No? I was very, very happy that you are living like this.
Now I feel more that the guiding from inside also, that how the joy go to the body and mind actually. And not just only once in a while. I feel it's like more and more. So
It's very good actually. And just be aware that still we have a possibility of kind of interference of egoic outlook also here. If we let this joy of our own being meet our body and let our body meet this joy of our own being, this can cause a lot of transformation, correction, removal of egoic and old energies also. Like we don't have to do that extra job then. This joy is pure life. It is pure vibration. It can do that job also. No? And it's a lot of it. It's not like it's small. No? But in the beginning, it is very small. So don't do that in the beginning. No? In the beginning, living it in a isolation, not connected to the body mind, just connected to your soul, your being, your heart, and living it. And then slowly it start becoming like a stream. No? One very interesting thing that I notice happens is that the more we come to the core of our own being, it's like the more we have come to the center of life. And the more things are unified here, like one, or in harmony in a way, like one. There are many things, but they are living like one thing. This is what is harmony. And the more we go away from it, or the more we have gone away from the center, the core of our own being, the more things are divided from each other in the sense that they are opposite of each other. They are serving different purposes, not the same purpose of life. That's where the soul becomes like a person, opposite of each other, against each other, fighting and harming, and like this. As you are able to live this oneness, you will notice that actually the presence of anything in my body mind is also serving the same purpose which the joy in my heart is serving. And then you will lose that overly attachment to the joy and you know detachment, or you can say repulsion for the anything else in the body mind. You will be all right with everything now. You are not going to discover some kind of box or bucket of joy in your heart. No, you are the joy. You are the joy. You just have to find creative ways to allow yourself to be yourself and just express. And you are going to feel the joy. You see? So it's very good. Thank you.
thank you so much. And I feel this joy is also exactly the food of the being, the fragrance of the being. And also from here, that is also giving me the wonder that who's letting me enjoy this joy, or who is here to be here to give me the joy here.
It's good. What happens is that as long as there is a thought, thought means thought process, movement of thought. You can say that mm, that way of the mind is still here. Mind is a way of the soul, Soul is looking at life in a way of the mind, way of the thought. No, so as long as that thought movement is here, it can be used to be free from it. No, inquiry is the way of the thought to be free from thought. No, inquiry like, hey, who is this? Who is this? This is inquiry. No, and through the way of inquiry, soul becomes free from the way of thought into its way of the heart, no? Into its original way of being. No? Then it looks at life and finds it one and harmonious, no? Like this. Your good fortune is going to be multifold, more and more and more is going to unfold like this, no? You will not lose what you have today. You will just have more than this tomorrow. You know? This is that richness that comes when we start waking up to the truth of who we are. You see, and I'm very fortunate to witness this in this group. Some of you are actually very nicely sitting in your being and feeling that richness and getting more and more every day also. Now, not like, oh my God, I got it. Oh my God, I forgot it. No, not like this. No, it's so nice. It's very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ji. Thank you for all your blessings. Thank you.
Uh, it's just surprising for me too how a soul responds to the truth, to satsang. No? How simply actually sometimes. That, hey, you understand joy? Yeah, I do. Okay, let us talk in the language of joy then. Because there is no specific language required for pointing to the truth. No? Any type of concept or analogy can be used depending on what clicks most to you, the soul, who is listening. Because in the joy also there is a true joy and there is a false joy. No? If you understand clarity more, then there is a true clarity also. There is a false clarity also. True clarity is that which brings you to joy. False clarity is that which brings you to unhappiness, opposite of joy. No? If your joy is growing, your clarity is true. No? If your joy is not growing, your clarity is not true. No? Then it's a wrong clarity. It's a harmful clarity also in a way. Basically, simply false. It's simply false clarity. Because only false creates suffering. When we live in the false ideas about life, it creates suffering, not meeting with the truth. It's good. Thank you. And always, Joy, you can keep basics with you, always, fundamental. When you feel that there is some confusion, you can just simply see, don't do anything. When you feel too much confusion, then just simply be, do not do anything else, don't even see. No? When you feel that at the body mind level there is a confusion going on, focus on your breath, live your breath. And you will start becoming aware of yourself living the breath, who is aware of the breath. No? And all those confusion and clutteredness, you will just get out of them into the simplicity and the unified field of being, natural state of being, joyful state of being. No? So just keep these fundamentals for you when you have already started living the joy of your being. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good. Madhvi, you want to talk?
Yes, namaste.
No.
Yeah, uh, that was such a joyful talk, and the joy still felt very nice. Thank you, Zoe. Okay, my question is on what we were talking this morning, a return journey of the soul. Uh, Somehow now, after you can say so many satsangs, the the gap between the soul and the energy playing can be felt. It cannot be seen yet, but that gap is felt now. it is that yes, this is not me. This is because I am at a different position, but I can see the play of the energy very clearly. I can feel rather that something is moving, and it's very easy for me to step back and become the being. And I think that is where we were talking about the return journey of the soul. And I would like to know something more on this, if I'm wrong or if my understanding is correct or not. Can you please tell? Thank you.
How? What you're saying is very fundamental, that I can see the difference between myself and energy. It's very good. Actually, as soon as we start tasting our being, without actually being clear, maybe in the beginning, we start somehow developing eyes in a way for that which is not changing. Ourself, the soul is not changing actually. So that becomes our baseline, like a standard from where we are looking at everything now. And then we are able to see much more clearly the changeful. The energies are changing. We know that they are playing. But we are not moving when they are moving. We are not changing when they are changing. And this is what basically, in a more experiential way, you are saying actually. Over the period of time, I have seen this in different beings also, no? Because this is that power that comes out of tasting our being. And how to taste our being is actually much more simple than we think. But as if there is a resistance generally in us for tasting the being, that is making it difficult. Otherwise, living life in this totality, in this purnata, as much as we can be a way to actually taste the being. You see. So this is one thing about it. What you're saying, that I can see my energies flowing, dancing like this, and I'm kind of finding myself separate like this. It is so difficult really in the beginning as a person to believe or to even listen that every one of us is a soul actually, and we are not changing. How difficult it will be to discover this. It is not at all difficult. What is difficult is to develop taste for it or interest for it, to have that desire. That is difficult. And why we don't have desire for knowing the truth of who we are is what we should cover in the true clarity. That's why I never say to anybody, know yourself. I say, check what do you want? What are you searching for in your life? Because that is only going to bring you to that base from where you are doing everything, all the desires and everything. And that's from there you have a chance to really choose that the word or myself, truth or the dream. Dream is not the individual movements. Dream is what we project onto it. So that's why, Madhvi, it is possible to live the individual life without dreaming, without being a person. That's what is totality, or being present where you are, doing what you are doing well, living what you are living nicely, enjoying what you are enjoying. But generally speaking, we all are troubled by some inner conflict, or you can say war, that is going on in everybody. And that has to be taken care of first. And we think that there is somebody fighting with me. And actually, we are just fighting with ourselves. And unless this is highlighted, this is not going to end. And unless this ends, that harmony that you are talking about or living from will not come. And then we are not able to benefit from even living life, or even from spiritual sadhana also. So this is one thing. Another thing is you were talking about return journey of the soul. In a beautiful way, it is said in different times, and I'll try to cover it a little bit. That return journey of the soul is like this. There is no journey. It's like soul is not doing something to return. Please understand. A soul is like a ball thrown in the sky by the Supreme. It has a certain power, certain strength, energy to it, and it will reach to a certain height in the sky, and then after that it will fall. So this falling is what is falling to the source from where it arises, is called return journey of the soul. No? And when the soul is still going out, the ball is still going out, that time we have very strong energy, very strong interest, ambitions, all these ambitions and everything is basically connected to that, what we call mm, rajogun, rajas, no, rajas. That we want to do this and like this. It's not about being young or old. In the age, body age doesn't matter in this case. Body health even does not matter actually. But when that point has come, when we start falling back, then things start changing very differently in the sense that we somehow are introduced to some problem which we have never faced. That one of the problem is that we don't feel that joy that we were feeling up to this point. Continuous joy we were feeling up to this point, and we were not aware that we were feeling that joy. Now we are feeling something else, and we are not able to sense. That something else basically is nothing but a sense of hmm, you know pain of separation, which has come because of awareness, which is increasing now. So self-awareness, which is increasing in the soul. So when the soul's return journey happens, things are very different than when the soul's outer journey happens from the source. Spiritual direction is for the return journey mainly. It can help in the outer journey also, mm, through true clarity, for example, and joy. That part is for souls who are going out also, not just the souls who are returning. So up to this point, is this clear? I mean, that's all I felt like sharing.
Uh, yes, I am able to connect with you in this. Okay. Only thing is, Mike, in this, I would like to say that uh, sometimes I feel that the return journey has started. Sometimes I feel that no, it is not return. I still want to do something else. And then there is a pause again. Nah, it's the same thing. Because the events in life keep repeating itself. There is a repetition pattern I have noticed. And I feel that, oh, I faced the same emotion. Oh, I faced the same anger. And it is same, not similar also. And I feel that, oh, it's the same thing, same thing. And that same thing is giving somehow uh, a feeling of acceptance also, and the feeling of that return journey also. That am I, it's like a graph I'm feeling. It's going up, as you said about the ball, and then now coming down. So I'm having the same people, I'm having the same emotions, and I'm like, huh, this just happened a few years back, and now I'm facing the same thing right now again. So does that mean that I am returning? And of course, the gap that I said, the energy play is seen here very, very clearly. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's just, I am not this, and I am away from this. It's the same thing happening. And of course, there's a chuckle also in me that, अरे यार फिर हो गया ये सब. So uh, that is felt. And I just felt in this that my memory plays a very strong role in this. That if I plunge myself into that memory, then I feel that entanglement, that sorrow, and all those energies and all. But if I do not give importance to my memory, because it is the same people, same energy movement, everything same, then I am like out of it. So, can you say something on the memory part of it, please?
Oh yes, yes. Uh, so there is nobody can control this returning of the journey. By the way, so you cannot stop it, whatever you do. Okay. So your wrongdoing cannot stop you from falling back into the source. So let's be relaxed about it. All we can do is that make it beautiful or make it worse, unhappy, suffering. So what can help is remaining free from the memory of who we were. and living the truth of who we are. This is the key. Like, let us try to remain free from the memory of who we were, whether for ourselves or for others, in our mind. No? Basically, in our mind, who we were. Let us try to remain free from who we were, and let us try to live the truth of who we are every day, every breath, every minute of the day also. This is going to keep us free from that excessive attachment to the memory, which happens to everybody. But this memory includes ourself also, like we are defined by the memory also. And then if we are attached to this, then even when we have started falling more, like going deeper in the source, we will carry that memory with us. You see what I mean? And that's where we will feel that, hey, the same thing is happening. Maybe it is not the same thing because of others. Maybe it is same thing because of us. You know. So this is one possibility. Another possibility is it is because of us and others both. Because life is trying to make both free that time. So it is just a revisit, like a breaking of things happening. And yet they are being lived that moment only. Don't be engaged with it so much. Let it come, let it go. You know? Another possibility could be that you have nothing to do with it really. Just don't be personal. It is all about other that time. But because there is a memory connected to that in you also, and it gets activated, and you may think, oh, you know, I'm being personal right now. You are not. You see what I'm trying to say?
Very much correlatable, very much. And now I can feel that again energy play in this whole going into memory, out of memory and all. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I can see a part of the old memories still alive, waiting for that juice. But I don't want to give that energy to those stale memory cells. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Uh, Remember, Kabir says, no, हीरा पायो गांठ घटे आयो बार बार बाको क्यों खोले हंसा पायो मान सरोवर ताल तलैया क्यों डोले. Once you have found that celestial gem, you just, keep it in the pocket. Why to open it again and again? No? Once the swan of the soul has found Mansarovar, the purest water, why it will jump from one pond to another? You know, like this. Focus on the nectar. You drink the nectar, live the nectar. Because it is so fortunate to have discovered the nectar. Now let go of those tal talaya, no? Because there is no end to being personal about it. There is no end to being engaged with these things, no? I said this, you said this. This I and you is what is the word? What is the person? I is not the person. I and you is the person. If there is no you, there is no person in the I. This is pure I, no? Be that pure I without being a you, opposite of you. Let there be individuals and their life and their destiny, no? But you be only a I without a you, no? And then you are free. This is what it means to be centered. This is what it means to be individual, basically, not a person, but individual, no? Like let them do what they do. You do what you want to do. You respond as you want to respond, not based on what they did. You did this, so I will do this. No, not like this. Not like this. You decide. You tailor-made. Tailor your life. No, like this. From your being. No? And obviously, you will ensure your peace first of all, your joy, your truth. No? That I don't want to lose it at any cost. So thank you. It's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Oh, so nice. Okay, Mila, you can talk. Then we will end this now.
Um, After the last retreat, which you shared with us, where we discovered through understanding, through joy, and through knowing, I started to live in such a joyful state where all daily life activities has become like a pure joy. And I started to worry that I can be caught up in this joy and I can be mixed up with this daily life activity and stop to live myself truly. And I wanted to check with you how to be myself yet joyful and not be caught up in this, because it's really become everything what I'm doing daily. It's become joyful.
Um, in this joy part, remember the true part of the joy, true joy. What is this true joy? Understand maybe, and that may help you. No? True joy is fresh joy. It is not same joy. It is same type of joy, like a similar. You know how it was yesterday, but it is not joy of yesterday. It is joy of today. 100% fresh. So focus on freshness. If you are able to feel the freshness in this joy, you are safe. You will not be caught up. We are not caught up in the presence. We are not caught up in the present. We can never be caught up in the present. We are only caught up when we are not in the present. You know, in the present there is a freshness in the joy, and in the present there is a joy. First of all, but there is a joy when we are not in the present also. That joy is not really a joy. It is more comfort. You can say a relief from the pain that we are feeling in the pain of separation in the soul, or something else. Like agitation is there and we are relieved from it for some time and we feel it is joy. That is not really joy. And that's why I'm calling true joy to separate the joy from those kind of egoic experiences of joy. No? Like this. Don't go anywhere to experience this joy. Don't change your activity when you are doing this. Meaning, I'm talking in this specific, you know, scene where you are saying that I'm continuously feeling joy in everything I'm doing. So don't try to change yourself like, oh, I will flow in a certain way, restricted way, then only I will feel joy. No, flow freely, meaning the sense that do what is necessary. And this joy should accompany you continuously and grow, should grow in you more. If it doesn't, then it's not true joy. So anyway, it was not worth keeping. That which is worth keeping does not need to be kept or maintained. We just have to remain in the right state, you know, or understand the right things also. So freshness is the key. You will not be caught up. We are never caught up in the life, in the present, in the living of life as it is. We are caught up in the memory of it only. There is no possibility of attachment to this moment, because before you even finish living it, it is gone. How you will be attached to it? We have only time to live it, not time to be attached to it. No, or even we don't have enough time to live it unless you, the soul, is very present in your being. We cannot even live it so deeply. You see. So attachment is only possible when we are not in the present, not in life, true life, not in the truth. Then there is no other option there, just attachment. And true clarity is to show us there that attachment is not really giving me anything. It is only giving me, it is not comfort zone. It is imprisonment. This is what is true clarity, to show us that what I have created is a comfort zone. But it is actually imprisonment ultimately. It is not letting me go anywhere and grow and know and live the life. You see? Like they say, no, that a ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what a ship is made for. No? Ships are not made for being safe, no? In the harbor. They are made to challenge themselves, anti-fragility. The souls are also, by my Lord, souls are made to challenge themselves, not to be safe and comfortable, no? You see, like this. So don't save your joy. If it still is saved, it is true joy. No? If it is not true joy. It is not coming from the truth of who you are. That's what I mean. True joy means the truth, the joy coming from the truth of who we are. No? Like a fragrance, like as Uma said also, I think Joy also said, no, like this, like a fragrance. So it's good, no?
Yes, thank you so much. It's just that I was learning how to be free from be a person, and once I discovered it, you helped me discover this joy, and I started to live it. It's always fear that I will become a person again, because this joy is giving me the chance to be involved in everything, like all the action. I feel that kind of with me, or I'm fully there. And that's why I always have this fear that, oh, I don't want to be person again or caught up in this again.
I do understand it is more of a alertness you have, vigilance you have towards it because based on the past, no. But when you fall in love with this joy, true joy, you cannot be a person anymore because person and true joy don't exist together. Only one of them at a time. The person only imagines the joy. That's why we always have to do something to feel the joy. You see, can you experience joy without doing anything? Person cannot, soul can. That's why you are doing everything in your life. You are challenging yourself in the practical life and business and everything more. And you are feeling your joy is growing. You see, it's like this. Because you have not really unlocked the joy only. You have just made yourself free from being a person and making yourself again and again free from different positions, situations, and meeting with life. No? That okay, even here, I'm not a person. Like this. You see, it's so wonderful, really, isn't it? That's why I always used to feel that if we find truth, we will not have to find anything else. And if we find joy, even meaning if we are searching for joy, even then there is a possibility of engagement, imprisonment somewhere, deception here, because our attitude is incorrect. This is why. That's why I said true joy. Joy, okay, but true joy which comes out of truth, not which comes out of our imagination. Body is not your imagination, is it? Breathing is not your imagination, is it? Functioning of the mind and everything is not your imagination, really. This present moment is not your imagination. So either we can be present in this moment and live this present moment, meaning life as it is, or we can imagine, continue imagining. This continue imagining is that state of ego. We are imagining about it, not living it. You see, and that is such an addiction of the soul for some time that it becomes so difficult to get out of it. Also, like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. You see what I mean? Like in satsang, you are in satsang right now, and truth is being lived, and you will find, oh my God, it's so difficult. I don't know how to be here. But you are already here, no? Why you are trying to be here? That is the old way. The egoic way continues, trying to be here. Why you want to be here? Why you are trying to be here? Why cannot just you feel the breath of your being, your breath and body and your being? You see, it is just the old habit, and there true clarity helps. When we are too caught up in the mind, true clarity helps. True clarity is not really some kind of spatial spiritual processes. It's more opening our eyes that what exactly is going on. Why I'm not able to benefit from satsang and everything of my life. It's about opening our eyes a little bit. No? Thank you. It's very, very good. I feel it's perfect actually. Like sense the aliveness or in your joy. Is your joy alive or is your joy dead? Alive means fresh. Same thing, no? At one point, you will not be able to see the difference between aliveness and joy. You will feel aliveness is joy. You see, the freshness of life is joy for me. 100% everything has to be alive now for me. Like this you will desire. The soul will have this thirst in yourself. It's beautiful. No? Thank you. So I think it's very, very good. We spent so much time together in a beautiful satsang. No? I'm sure all of us have benefited from it in many different ways. Thank you. Thank you for joining today. God may always bless you. Thank you.